Welcome back, man. We had a great weekend of the draft. Starting this Monday night off. Game 7 in the NHL. We got some NBA playoff games. Tonio, what's happening? That's a sweet hoodie, man. What's going on?
I appreciate it, man. Shout out to my cousin Ken Folk, Shelly. Y'all get at them. Lavish,
Really? Big shout out.
lavish, lavish antiques, man. Y'all get at them, bro. Up and coming. Make sure y'all get at them. Me and Billy put the ad in the description. I'm good, man. Got Navy today. Went
Oof.
to the specialist out in town for the specialist to tell me I need to refer you to another specialist. Then you come back to me, and I'm just like, this is what you specialize in. Why? and for him to tell me, well, we could do it here, but
I'd send you to a better guy. Let me.
not even a better guy. He was like, she's good. She ain't us, but she's good. But we booked up. I'm in the office and it's two people. I'm here right now, bro. But other than that, man, I'm good. Christian, how you living?
I'm good. We got a loaded show. I'm ready to get to it. Talk with my guys about what we think, and yeah. Other than that, I'm good.
Absolutely.
The baddest man in the NHL. How are you doing? I love Barry Melrose.
Dude, hey, cool's the rule. Let me tell you.
Yeah,
it is. Just waiting for this to get over. I got to go to sleep right after this. I got to wake up at like 3 a.m, so I'm not really looking forward to that. But
Oof,
we're living.
Hey, that's how shit goes.
Yeah.
Going to start it off the right way. Obviously, the NFL draft, we know how we all feel about the draft. It's just such a great time, most wonderful time of the year. I do want to give a big shout out to the way the NFL honored 3 of the Virginia players that were just sadly just taken from us a little too early. I'm only reading so I can get the names correct. But Lavelle Davis Jr., Devin Chandler, and Deshaun Perry all started the draft. I know it was one of them. And obviously, I'm going to fuck it up, so I don't want to say. I know one of them, their dream, they want to play for the Jaguars, and that's the team that drafted them. And it was just really cool to be able to see them start the draft off like that. Obviously, it's really sad, but it's always cool to see, like, my wife, who knows nothing about football, being able to be like, oh, that was a really cool thing that they just did. So I just want to give a big shout out to the NFL for that. That was really cool.
Also, while we're here, we want to send prayers to Shaq Barrett, who lost his 2-year-old daughter. She drowned in a swimming pool.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so we want prayers out, bro, because we sports. So when somebody in sports family hurt. We all well, me and Billy father. So it's just you hate to see it, bro. Hate to see it. So prayers to
absolutely
Shaq Barrett and Tampa Bay family, and then we can get it going.
All right, man. So easy takeaways are the Eagles had a great draft. I will maybe take. I don't know if it's because we do the show, so maybe I was looking for something. But after the first round, I don't know if the Eagles necessarily had a great draft. The first 2 picks, obviously, in the first round were really great, but it's the rest of the draft. Like, Kaylee Ringo slid to the 4th, but if you watch the film, he's getting ate up often, and it just doesn't look as great as, like, I feel like we're trying to get to with the Eagles. Maybe I'm wrong. Tonio, tell me.
You're wrong. What are we gonna do? Top 5, or are we gonna just go off the Eagles and leave them off the list?
Oh, we can do top 5. I only had 4, but we could do top 5. I thought we were just going to go over who had the best.
So the Eagles on my list are the number 2 best team on the draft, and this is why I think the Ringo pick will be good. They signed Darius Slay for at least 2 more years, and getting groomed behind Darius Slay and James Bradbury, they'll get you coached up. I don't think that it was bad. I think the Tyler Steen pick was good for their offensive line, and I think that Sidney Brown can help offset the loss of Gardner Johnson. So
good point.
I think they had the second best pick, in the draft. Also, we can't forget, if he healthy, they did address their running back issue by getting use some draft capital to get DeAndre Swift.
Yeah.
So, I like it. The Tanner McKee, he can develop a little bit,
But he doesn't run what Jalen Hurts can run, or Mariota. That's where I didn't understand that pick a lot.
I mean, maybe he can sit back there and throw the ball. I don't know. You want somebody to be up. We know Mariota not gonna throw that. Like
Good point.
Tanner McKee sit back there because we know Jalen Hurts, and I wish no injuries on nobody in the NFL, nobody on any team, but we know that he is a physical quarterback. He runs the ball, he gets hit sometimes. If something happens to him, you want to just put all your faith in Marcus Mariota?
We'll see if we get this other guy down here to see what he has.
Yeah, Christian, how you felt about the Eagles pick or draft?
I like it. I think they like you said, knocked the first round out of the ballpark. I don't really understand the McKee draft pick either because it's a different style. But since they do have a new coordinator, I'm assuming they're going to run the same style offense. But maybe he might have some tweaks in here if they do need to go McKee. But Mariota,
maybe keep Jalen Hurts like out of running the ball a little too much. Maybe keep him not getting hurt.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or at least have him, slide down, go out of bounds a little bit more. Just don't take those hits. I like the Eagles draft. I think overall, probably it's up there, top 3, for sure. I think they had a good all around draft.
How you felt about it, Barry?
I liked it. I think it was a good draft. I do kind of question Jalen Carter going to a locker room full of Georgia players where he had like issues in the Georgia team.
Ooh.
Where he may feel a little too comfortable. Maybe I feel like he should have went to a culture shock, oh fuck, I got to change some shit. But now he's just surrounded by all of his best friends. So hopefully he didn't really have anything else besides that incident. But who knows? Really.
So I think that where that defensive line, because he's going to defensive line, they got a vet on that defensive line.
Yeah, Fletcher Cox isn't going to put up with that shit.
Hey, I'll slap the shit out of you. I don't care how big you is. I think Fletcher Cox, and he Mississippi, we don't play that shit.
Not even Fletcher Cox. He also got Brandon Graham up there too.
Yeah, so I don't think for as far as the defensive side, but I do think that if it gets out of hand, I think Jalen Hurts is a great leader for that team. I think dealing with that adversity he did, but coming from Nick Saban 24-2, then going to Oklahoma, crazy shot. Nick Saban saved Jalen Hurts' career real quick. Jalen Hurts almost went to Miami and I think Oregon, and Nick Saban said nah. When he wanted to transfer, Nick Saban told no. So shout out to Nick for getting him to Oklahoma, letting him know he could throw the ball. But I think Jalen Hurts is a leader, so I don't think he's gonna go there and act the fool, especially after just getting out of that trouble. I think Fletcher Cox is gonna be right here to him, hey, we're gonna be something great, and you're not gonna get in trouble, especially with teams getting gambling people, having people gamble, getting in trouble and shit. I'm talking about the Falcons, not the Lions. But the Lions did do it too. But I don't
think too. There's a lot of reports too that Jordan Davis also didn't play a lot of that shit. Didn't let Jalen get away with some of the shit he was trying to get away with at Georgia. And I think that could be another person who's we're not fucking.
Yeah, I feel like Jordan Davis is the big bro of that combo.
Yeah.
So there's that. Billy, let me get a drum roll. The team that had the best draft, the number 1 draft class to me is Billy's gonna hate this. The Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah.
Omar Khan killed it, bro. I'm not gonna lie. He addressed their biggest needs, Billy, right off the rip. They needed somebody from Kenny to protect Kenny Pickett. They need somebody. It's not gonna make a difference. He's still gonna throw it to the other team, but they needed somebody, and they needed a cover dude to help Patrick Peterson back there, and they got that. Jones and Porter Jr. are first round talents, and they got it, bro. And then Washington, when they want to block for for Najee, boom, put him in, let him block.
Yeah, but I want to throw in the Keanu fucking what is it, Burton, I think, right, is his name?
Benton.
Yeah, thank you. That was another great pick, especially you're playing the AFC North with the Ravens who run the ball, the Bengals who run the ball. You got Joe Mixon, J.K. Dobbins, and now you're adding Nick Chubb. to that mix, right? Like you want to get somebody on the inside to stop that run too. And it's like not only you're addressing your needs, but you're doing what you got to do for the division. Sorry, Tony, I'll keep going.
And then I think, like you were saying, the 1-2 punch of Benton and Herbig, is that how you say his name? Nick Herbig?
Herbig.
Yeah, the linebacker. That's gonna help JJ. That's gonna help the better Watt brother TJ tremendously.
Bingo.
Fucking hate JJ.
That's what I'm talking about.
So I think they won the draft, but like A+ across the board. They addressed it. They filled every hole.
With a great player, not only filling. Yeah.
What you think, Christian?
Yeah, I like
off the mark or
no, you hit it head on. They had a good draft. Is this just where I just do I say who I think also had a good draft or just
no. Who you think had the best draft?
Yeah, I like what Pittsburgh did as well, but I would say I like what Seattle did too. I think they had a big surprise pick taking Witherspoon, but it was a good pick. And then going on adding to the receivers with Smith and Jigba, we all saw what he did 2 years ago in college, and if he can get back to that form, great pickup. Zach Charbonnet, physical big back. They're known to run the ball, be physical. I like that draft pick.
We got Kenneth Walker Jr. there too to fucking have a 1-2 punch.
Yeah. And
the biggest one.
Big center coming from Michigan, Olu Timmy. I thought it was
the best center in college football last year.
Right, they get him in the 5th round. I mean, I think he'll be one of the best centers in about 2 to 3 years. I like what they did. See, I think
they was deep digging, bro. Like they filled some defensive needs with Witherspoon, and then they, of course, in Jigba and Charbonnet gonna make their offense more dangerous. But I just think these was deep digs. I don't know. I give them a B+ on their draft. Yeah. I think it's. I know. I'm willing to bet when I tell you the other 3 teams, you're gonna be like, what you think, Matt? Who you had best draft overall?
I had Seattle as well.
As the number 1 draft?
As the number 1 draft.
All right.
So my only problem with Seattle's draft, I think them taking Witherspoon, obviously you're getting probably the best corner in the draft, but maybe not at the same time when you could have still took Jalen Carter to fill up the rest of your defense when you have Tyreek Woolen and Kobe Bryant on the same staff in the same corner room. I just don't see what was the issue unless if they put him at free safety, maybe then that makes it better. But
I think Kobe can play more of the safety role where Devin's more of an athlete than Kobe is, and Kobe can go into the slot or play safety.
Or they may move Michael Jackson back at safety.
No, and I could see all of those, but why not go ahead and fill your defensive line that sucks?
No, I see what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? That was where I think I like Tonio said, I got a B because I do like getting that center. I do like getting another running back and then Smith and Jigba, but I just don't think you needed another corner.
The only problem I kind of have with it is Zach Charbonnet as their 3rd pick. But I like that he's going there, but I feel like that's where they could have addressed the D line more. They still could have got a top-tier defensive lineman at a position of need other than like, hey, this guy may be a backup. Fuck, he might beat out Kenneth, but I highly doubt it after the season he had last year. But Charbonnet is the same caliber running back as Kenneth Walker is, in my opinion.
Now, when you say
a little bit of everything.
When you say they should address defensive line, were you speaking interior? Because they did take Derek Hall from Auburn as a pass rusher.
As an edge.
Okay.
Okay.
Because if you're looking at the Rams who are going to run the ball a lot, even with the Stafford being hurt or even with the Stafford being healthy, excuse me, I think the way Geno played, it could have just helped keep maybe some of them running offenses off the board to where you could have added that pass with the pass rush you get.
Right.
That's where it takes more effect. You know what I'm saying? Where you can shut down the run first.
Billy, who did you have number 1 overall?
So the best draft, again, this is overall, is the Houston Texans. I think you get the best pass rusher of the draft, the easiest NFL player of the draft. You grab him, right? Because we all had him. We all had Will Anderson going 2, and them not taking a quarterback. And I was only so CJ Stroud was the best quarterback in this draft. So you got the best quarterback and you got the best pass rusher. I still think they shouldn't have taken CJ Stroud and just lost another year and got Caleb Williams, but that's where I'm going to stand at. But they also got fucking Juice Shrugs, the center from Penn State, who I really like. I didn't like him as much until I saw the film, and that's what I did over the weekend, watching a lot of that film, which was great. They got Nate Dell from Houston, another pass catcher. Yeah, and it's just to kind of help CJ kind of with like a little of those intermediate routes, and then Henry Tufalolu in like I think it was the 4th or the 5th round. Just a sweet pickup.
That was a smart pick.
Yep.
Reuniting him with Will Anderson.
Yeah, with Will Anderson and another Alabama linebacker to kind of be like, hey man, this is the way I like how Nick Saban runs things. That's obviously how I'm going to run things, and you're going to be used to it. So we're going to plug and play you there. That's just
and DeMeco Ryans.
Yeah,
Alabama player.
Yeah,
Nick Saban even said that Toto was one of the smartest linebackers he ever coached.
which is saying something. And I didn't know that. So when he was with Tennessee, Tufalolu was an all freshman in the SEC, and then he was a first team all SEC with Alabama. So it's like he's shown he can do multiple schemes, do different things, where he's not just Alabama product of, hey, look at all these 5-stars around me, and that helped me be better.
Yeah.
So I'm going with Houston for the best draft. Obviously, everyone they all said, obviously, yes, hats off, great drafts.
Go
ahead,
only reason why I don't, Billy, because they got so far to go. It's so much. Like
it's a lot, and that's why I'm saying don't take a quarterback when you have that much, right? Am I tripping on that? Like, if you have so much shit, why take what's the point of taking a quarterback?
Yeah.
So, because I honestly think, let's be for real, they take defense, they still in the runners to get Caleb next year.
Who is it?
Huh?
Who is that?
Houston. Like I'm not expecting Houston to come out and just be like Super Bowl favorites because of their draft pick, right?
Yeah, but don't you think maybe DeMeco wins a lot of games to not have them getting Caleb?
Yeah, I mean the fastest way to jumpstart your like win-loss record is getting a decent quarterback. Where like you could draft and have a better team, but have a terrible record, but you're a better team. But then you just get that quarterback, then you're a playoff Super Bowl contender. But right now they're just going to be a middle of the road team, pretty good their first year.
Yeah.
So we all agree Eagles second best draft. All agree, right?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Who do you got second best, Matt?
Giants.
Bingo. I love it. Yes.
Well, let's go there because I got Giants as my fourth. Let's go there, Billy. Why? Matt,
Well,
or actually, let's go to Barry because he said.
Let me pull it up, make sure I don't say anyone wrong.
So while Matt's looking it up, y'all care if I take over real fast?
Go ahead.
Yeah.
I was just going to say, so taking Deonte Banks when everyone thinks you're taking a receiver, now you get a top 5 corner in the draft, which this draft was just stacked with corners anyway. So even if you say top 5, it's not like you're getting some slack, right?
Right.
They didn't address the receiver position in the first round. Then they got probably the best center in the draft. And even if you're not going to put him at center, he can still go play either guard. So I do like flexibility in my offensive lineman if I'm drafting. Just because in case someone gets hurt, like this young cat, like, okay, maybe you're not the best center on the team, but now we can put you X, Y, Z here or there. And then to go get Jalen Hyatt in the 3rd round, and now you address the receiver position with someone who a lot of people had thought Jalen Hyatt. You had Jalen Hyatt in the 1st round. Correct me if I'm wrong, Christian.
Which was wild.
Yep. I had Hyatt in the 1st.
Right, and he just was sitting there just waiting for somebody to take him. And the Giants were like, okay, here's our need for receiver. Boom, we got it. On top of getting 2 of the better players in the draft. And then I don't know if a lot of y'all watch Big 12 football, but Eric Gray, the running back for Oklahoma, absolutely great running back. But the way Brent Venables runs that system, you kind of like lose a little bit of the flair. But if you look at the tape, it was great. And then Trey Hawkins from Old Dominion, another corner that they got. I'm skeptical on smaller schools. That's just the way I look at the draft because it's hard to kind of say like who were they playing really? Did it really matter? X, Y, Z, like what do they look like? But the film on that dude, he was just out here just not letting anything happen.
Yeah.
But go ahead, Matt. Why did you like him?
One, I think Deontay Banks, he killed the combine and he shut down every receiver Maryland played. Maryland, they didn't win shit, but they were a pesky team, always fucking competing with their speed. It was unmatched because they're just pulling from people in that area. Super fast team.
They gave y'all a game, didn't they?
Yeah.
Matt?
Yeah, they did.
Not Ohio State.
They shut our wide receivers down. Deontay Banks is a huge reason for that. John Michael Schmitz, he can play all three interior positions. A little bit of a bigger center, but if you don't need a center right away, he can play guard. You don't need a guard, he can play the other guard. Or you could leave him at center. One of the best offensive linemen in this draft. He could have been a first rounder. They got him at pick 57. Great value. Jalen Hyatt, I don't think he's anything more than like a straight burner. Like he's going to burn you over the top. Who's that dude from the Texans a few years ago? He was kind of hurt. Damn. He played alongside Brandon Cooks.
Nico Collins?
No. Like something the fourth.
Will Fuller.
Will Fuller.
Yeah.
He'll be a lot like Will Fuller, where he's just going to go, I don't need this all on me right now. But he's just going to be that. He's going to be that straight line guy. Eric Gray, like Billy brought up earlier, great running back coming out of the Big 12. And then he's in watching Pac-12 late at night here in Arizona. Jordan Riley, I heard his name all the time, just making plays, defensive tackle position. And I think those were huge positions of need for that team.
Ain't hard to be no tackle in Pac-12.
Hey,
that's kind of true. Yeah.
But if you can do it, you can do it.
All right. So I get it. I hear you. Y'all still on number 2. So Matt, do you got him having the third best draft or?
No. That's where I have Pittsburgh.
All right, we already talked about Pittsburgh. That's a terrible pick. Christian, who you got number 3?
Good night, baby. I love you.
Man, I didn't go that far, actually.
Oh, well, I'm going to go with Christian's Michael Vick 2.0 team. I got the Colts having the third best draft, bro. Hear me out.
Wait, my 2.0 team was the Falcons, right?
I said pick.
Okay.
Yeah, you called him Michael Vick 2.0.
Easy.
Yeah, I mean, it's a whole reel out there.
Come on now. He ain't no Michael Vick. He just was a black man that can run. So they all get compared to Mike Vick.
So all black players are the same, Christian? Is that what you're saying right now?
What's it?
All black players are the same?
All black running quarterbacks are compared to Mike Vick.
Unbelievable.
All white receivers are compared to Wes Welker.
2.8 thousand people have viewed it and said you were wrong, Chris.
They viewed it. They didn't say nothing. They just viewed it.
Oh, you can't see the comments. It was too bad. I told Billy to hide. This is why, Billy. Gotta give it up to Chris Ballard. He did it was bad, bro, but I'm gonna tell you why it was good.
Oh fuck, here we go.
He got the quarterback in the draft with the highest ceiling, like the highest ceiling. You know why, Billy? Because he sucks. Like, so if this dude come out and wins anything, hey, this dude succeeded. Michael Vick 2.0's tape is terrible. But
negative 2.0.
Yeah, nah, Christian, I'm doing it not to disrespect Christian in his face. I
would rather be disrespecting my face than behind my back.
Like the people on Facebook.
There you go.
So Billy, with him,
yes.
if he win, if they go out and win, in all seriousness, 6 games, that dude won. Like that dude, because bro.
But then you win 6 games every year after that because your quarterback sucks.
Hey,
it doesn't.
Bro, you just need him to be. You get another draft every year, Billy. We suck again. I can go at it again.
Just keep
hey, I can go. Hey, because if we suck again next year, I can get Caleb Williams. The Texans want to win now. I can lose. Anybody. So he got the highest ceiling, but
you got Anthony Richardson to go get Caleb Williams next year to make sure they suck.
That's definitely
they filled in big weaknesses on their defense with Julius Brents and damn, I don't want to say his name wrong. Adetomiwa Adebiwar?
The defensive tackle from Northwestern.
Yeah.
You get to say that. Yeah.
They
good pickup. I do like that
pick up for their defense. And then for Richardson, that Josh Downs pickup, he's gonna be a big playmaker. And who else? Blake Freeland. He gonna start on that offensive line, and they need it. And that's gonna make what's that?
Well, go ahead. I'm sorry.
That's gonna give what's the running back name? Sorry, John.
Jonathan Taylor.
That's gonna give Jonathan Taylor some immediate help on blocking some shit.
Sorry, John.
That sounded terrible. What's that running back's name? Sorry, John. Jonathan Taylor.
Then they picked up Will Mallory, and Evan Hull. Good pickups too, because Jonathan Taylor gets hurt a lot because their offensive line sucks.
Evan Hull's a good back.
Yeah, I think so. And then they got Darius Rush and what's the Scott dude name? Daniel Scott. And that's gonna help the defense way more in the secondary. So
Safety from Auburn.
Yeah, I think they got a lot of holes filled in, but I think the way the dude not good, but if he has any upside to him, he the highest ceiling because we know Bryce Young is good.
Let me say this because real quick before you keep going, I want to say. He's probably put in the best position to succeed early.
How?
Think about his setup. I mean, the offensive line, they got Zach Nelson still. Everybody they had 2 years ago are back. So you get in there, get a competent game plan, I guess. You got a good running back there. You got Michael Pittman out wide, and their defense has always been pretty solid. Yeah. So then he's probably not going to be asked to do too much. Hand it off to Taylor 30 times a game. Make 4 or 5 good passes.
Yeah, but
for the game.
I'm not. So I just think so. Real fast to cap it off. I just think the Colts had probably one of the worst drafts. That's why I think I'm against it so much. Because like it's he's not going to be asked to do much. But let's say Jonathan Taylor gets hurt again. Again, like Tonio said, not wishing any injuries, but hypotheticals, right? He gets hurt. Now you're putting in a rookie running back with your rookie quarterback who isn't good. If you put a rookie running back in with Bryce Young, I think you could still manage that. But a quarterback who's not any good. That we haven't seen be very good to go number 4. Like you could have traded back and have the fucking Raiders or some other idiot ass team go up there to go get him, and you could have traded back, got some more picks. Like Tonio said, fill all those holes. And with that, like he's not wrong about filling the holes, but I don't think the talent level is there to fill what they needed to fill. Like they did what they were supposed to do. The Josh Downs pick is probably their best pick.
Right. What's he really going to do?
You know, what are you going to do with Anthony Richard who cannot throw the ball very well?
But that's why I say, I mean, they probably have the best roster out of all the top 5 other than Seattle.
Absolutely. No, I'm with you on that 100%. Yeah.
So that's why I say, maybe he just plug him in there and don't run the offense through him running through the tailback, Taylor, and just ask Richardson make 5 or 6 big passes throughout the game. Other than that, just manage the game.
You can't do that. That's what I'm saying, Christian, is like it doesn't like when did we see him do that in Florida? He had a great game against Utah, and the only big plays he had was a big rush and one pass when the dude was wide the fuck open.
Right.
That's what we got. That's the best.
Right. I'm not arguing with that. I'm just saying, I mean, getting to the next level, I'm sure he's going to get some better coaching. So if he can make 5 or 6 big passes throughout a game, wipe your hands with him. But I'm hoping he can at least make that, be coached up to make a few decent passes.
He's going to be Josh Rosen next year.
That's out of the league in 2 years.
Yeah. Ass. I think he's going to be ass.
I think he hangs around because he has the ability to run. Rosen couldn't run.
Another thing why I hated the Lamar Jackson comparison, because Lamar can throw the fucking ball.
Right.
Richardson can't throw it. And then they're like, well, he'll be like Jalen Hurts. They ran the same offense. The guy from Philadelphia came to Indianapolis, and it's like, no, Jalen can throw the fucking ball. It's not going to correlate.
When you say throw it, you just mean accuracy.
Sit in the pocket and get in your reads too. Like a lot of people, like, dude, being a quarterback, you have to. Okay, my first read is
this quarterback. Guy. Talk to him.
I'm just saying, my first read is this guy. My second read is this guy. In college, the level is so great to where this dude's always better than the other guy for normal comparison. So you're able to just one read. Oh, there it is. and God forbid you go to your second read, that's going to be open because you're going to be better than a lot of those other teams, especially you're playing at a program like a Florida and Alabama, something like that. But if you look at a Bryce Young, you look at a CJ Stroud, where they're read. Oh shit, read. Okay, got it. And that's not what Anthony Richardson can do. It's read, fuck, I have to run now.
Right.
And that's where it is. Where like a Lamar Jackson, yes, he can run, but it's read. Okay, no one's open. Now I have to go.
Right.
Type shit. That's just where I'm at with Anthony Richardson.
But I think out of all the top quarterbacks drafted, he's played the least amount. So if he has anywhere the 50, 60 games that these other guys have, we may have seen that out of him towards the end of his career.
Which
but
probably would have went
small
into his
sample size
junior
of,
year.
what, 13 games? He's not done that. He's only played in 13 games total. Like, he's never came in before other than this season.
You know who else played 13 games and only came in for one season? Was fucking Mitch Trubisky. And that motherfucker sucks too.
Yeah.
All right. So last team in the top 5 for me, my 15.
We're skipping 4.
The Chicago Bears.
His 4 was Indianapolis, Matt.
No, my 4 was the Giants, but we already talked about them, so I don't have to revisit that.
Oh, yeah. You said the Bears?
I got the Chicago Bears. Reason why? First thing first, address the main issue. Get somebody that can block for 2 seconds for Justin Fields. And they went and got Darnell Wright. Good pickup.
Absolutely.
And then second, we gonna suck on offense because we couldn't get the whole offensive line field. Let's address the defense on every level, and that's what they did. They went and they addressed the defense on every level. They went and got Javon Dexter Sr., Tyreek Stevenson, Zach Pickens, Noah Sewell, Terrell Smith.
Who Noah Sewell, so again, I just want to throw it out there, Tony, sorry, before you finish, but Noah Sewell was one of the best linebackers in the country last year and wasn't talked about enough and just kind of had a down year this year.
And
you guys are saying his name weird.
Noah Sewell.
Yeah, there you go.
Sewell, you know, all of that. And Travis Bell, bro. I just think they went and did what they needed to do. I like Tyreek Stevenson. He got shut down potential out there.
The corner from Miami, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Then they got Roschon Johnson. So that's an add to their running game.
I think that's their best pick.
Huh?
I think that's their best pick.
And they and Tyler Scott to add like some big play potential down the field. So I think they had the 5th best draft. What you think, Billy? Who you had?
No, so I do. I love the Bears at 5. I was going Seattle Bears. I was trying to figure out like who I would have put at 5. And I'll agree with you to get the Bears because they did what they needed to do. We're like, let's think about before the draft. They traded down. They got DJ Moore. Whoever, you weren't going to get anybody else who's going to do what DJ Moore can help Justin Fields do.
Number 2 in first downs.
Bingo. And I think again with the Darnell Wright pick, obviously, hey, somebody has to block.
It was either him or Stefanski. Either way, they would have won it. Like
right.
Either way.
They did exactly what they Jaquan Brisker, who's probably one of the better young safeties in the league. I don't think enough people are talking about. They got him a counterpart at the other safety. They got the cat from the corner from Miami. Fuck, I'm gonna blank on his name. Sorry, John.
Tyreek Stevenson.
Say that one more time.
Tyreek Stevenson
from Miami. Sorry, John.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, I just think they did exactly what they were supposed to. They did what Tonio said Indianapolis did, but got the actual talent that needed to fill the spots.
Who you got 5, Matt?
So 4, I have the Eagles, but 5, I got the Detroit Lions. And it's not because I'm just a Detroit Lions fan. So in a draft, we always talk about, oh, how did this guy fall to here? How did Aaron Donald fall to what, 12, 11, 10, wherever he was? Like, how did he fall? Yeah, how did he fall to that spot, right?
Because y'all took Evan Ingram that year at 8, I think.
No, we took Eric Ebron.
That's who it was, yeah.
Yeah. See?
Hell,
we talk about
Eric Ingram.
Yeah. So we talk about these guys, how they fall in here, how they fall in there. But then at the same point, it's like you have to reach. If you want to make those moves, you have to go out and get that guy, right? So the Lions, we drafted Jahmyr Gibbs, Jack Campbell. Everyone thinks that we may have reached on them. But looking back in a few years when Jack Campbell has a couple 150 tackle seasons, no one's going to question him at 18. Also, he's the most athletic linebacker in the draft. You can say he's a big white guy for anything. His RAS, raw athletic score, is off the charts. It's almost 10. So 10 is the highest.
Matt, nobody's talking about Jack Campbell.
No, I'm getting there.
We're not talking. We know
I'm getting there.
I'm getting there. Over, but go ahead.
No, I'm getting there. So at 18, we got Jack Campbell, right? Everyone has been saying he's not athletic, not this, not that. That's just because they see a white guy running and he's huge. Looks like Urlacher out there, but a little bit slower. Doesn't look athletic, but he has the fastest. Look,
Urlacher has the most picks of any linebacker ever. I don't want to hear that.
He's fast. He's fast. No, I've seen this on Facebook. You know, those fan groups. He looks like a slow, fat Urlacher. I've seen it just because he's white. But the short area quickness, elite, off the charts, number one in the combine of any linebacker.
So is Malcolm Rodriguez, and y'all already have him at linebacker anyway.
Not a middle linebacker. He's an outside linebacker. So, anyways, I continue.
Hey, y'all won't let Matt finish. Let him go.
Yeah, Antonio had a whole 15 minutes on the Bears.
Let the man go.
Jahmyr Gibbs.
Sucks.
I talk shit about him all season. I said if Alabama had a good running back, they'd be in the playoffs. They'd be in a better position. They wouldn't be a 2-loss team. I've said it 100 times in the show. Watch them all again. You'll see me hating on him. But I also said in one of our pre-draft videos that if he comes out and somehow runs a 4.3, he'll be a really good running back in the league. What did he do? He ran a 4.3. Off the charts. Yeah, Bama didn't use him properly, but it doesn't mean he's not a good running back. Here comes Tonio. He wants a running back to run it 80 times a game, get 4 yards per carry, 15 touchdowns, and 1,000 yards barely. Anyways, from there, we got my number one tight end in the draft, Zach Laporta from Iowa.
Barely, Matt.
Barely. That's barely.
1,500 yards. That's insane.
Hey, you got to add in how many carries he did it off of.
Yeah.
Less than 200.
Yeah. So number 3, we got Sam Laporta. Yeah, we traded an Iowa tight end, but then we just got the number one tight end in the draft. In my opinion, Sam Laporta. I said this before the draft, not just because the Lions drafted him. Then we got arguably one of the better DBs in the whole entire draft, depending on who you ask, in Brian Branch. Definitely the best tackling defensive back in the draft. So if anything, he might not be able to cover someone, but he'll be able to tackle and put him on the ground. And I'm okay with that. And then from there, we took a flyer on Hendon Hooker. I wasn't the biggest on Hooker. What?
My hand's up. I just have a question.
Oh, yes.
You don't think that Devin Witherspoon's a better tackler than Branch?
I think Devin Witherspoon lays his body out there more than Branch. But once Branch puts his paws on you, you might get an extra yard, but you're not going anywhere.
Okay.
And then we took a flyer on Hendon Hooker. I really don't like taking a 26-year-old quarterback. That's like drafting me. I feel old. I'm 26. If I got torn ACL, I don't know how I'd still be in college. I left college 5 years ago. So still, I don't know how these guys do this, but we took him in the 3rd round, torn ACL. But if he comes back, hell, we might get 2 years out of the guy before he retires. And then Broderick Martin from Western Kentucky, 6'5", 330 pounds, a monster of a man, exactly what we needed, a fat slob in the middle, right next to Alim McNeil. He's a big dude, but he's slippery, he's fast, he's athletic, but he's also has size. But this is to pair it against a big monster who's just not going to – he's going to take 2 guys and he's going to laugh at him when they try to move him.
You did say that the whole draft, too, that y'all needed a fat slob.
We got a fucking fat slob in Broderick Martin. And then Colby Sorsdahl, don't really know about him. A small school, William & Mary, offensive tackle, can play all 5 positions. We'll see. Maybe he's got a chip on his shoulder. But the one pick that I'm excited for in the later rounds is Antoine Green from North Carolina. 6'3", 200 pounds, 40-inch vertical, 4.4 speed, and average 18.7 yards per catch his senior year. So pretty good. I think the Lions have the 5th best draft.
Dumbass. Yep, they'll learn to talk.
Christian, are you just dittoing everything Matt just said, or what do you got for your fifth best pick or fifth best draft?
It's a tongue twister.
Fifth best draft.
You're killing it.
Moving on. Christian. Tonio, stop muting this man, dude. Shit.
What?
Christian, who was your fifth best draft?
I actually didn't go as far as outside my top 3, so I really don't have a fifth. But
I'm gonna go with Matt.
I'll go with Matt.
Yeah.
Thanks, Black Man.
Billy set that shit up. He said he didn't have no third, and you knew he was going. You see them fucking clapping for that trash ass.
Matt had an amazing explanation, Tony. They suck. That's your fucking explanation.
The Gibbs.
He was trying to give you information. You were so rude to get up and leave. I didn't understand it.
Oh no, see, Billy, the Matt fucked it up by preaching too long because the only thumbs down, I agree with everything he said except for the Gibbs pick. Still stupid. It's dumb.
Antonio, so what happens, barring injury, what happens when Gibbs has over 1,200 yards, all-purpose yards this season?
He won't. He gonna gamble with the rest of the fellas. So let's move on.
He'll have more. He'll have more all-purpose yards than any back in New England. And I'll put $10 on that you still owe me.
I do owe you $10. Then we bet on the series.
No, we betting on which back is gonna have more all-purpose yards. The Lions starter or whoever starts in the backfield.
We can do that. We throw to our running backs a lot. So I
was gonna say
you have no choice. You ain't got nobody to throw to outside.
Hey,
we just
is going to New England. I don't know.
I called it.
That's still in the draft. We don't got nobody to throw to though.
Hey, can he put on a damn NFL jersey first? For you say he's gonna be great?
Take Christian at it again. Boom, Billy. Let's go to the worst 5 picks.
Christian, I don't have 5 bad picks, but I'll rock with you.
So the worst draft to me was the New York Jets. I think they had the worst draft.
Okay.
They killed it 2022, right?
Gardner, rushed it.
Sauce Gardner, Garrett Wilson, Breece Hall.
And Jermaine Johnson.
Yeah. And we knew it was going to be bad because they just traded everything to get Aaron Rodgers going to lead you anywhere, Rodgers. So we knew it was going to be bad. So they went and got Will McDonald. We had him going in the first round, but that was kind of strange for them. I don't think that was a pick for them.
I will say real fast. Let me defend Will McDonald real quick. The most sacks in the Big 12 ever.
Yeah, no, I just don't think that was the pick for them. I'm not saying that he wasn't.
I think it was Broderick Jones, but when the Steelers traded up to go grab him instead, I think that's where it fucked it up.
Their best pick, right, was Joe Tippmann.
That center out of Wisconsin.
That was their best pick.
Yeah,
that was their best pick.
I'm with Tony on
that. Carter Warren, he's not going to start for them at offensive tackle. Like, he's not going to start. Israel Abanikanda. Pull up the picture, Billy.
Shit.
Sorry, John. I don't know how to say his name.
You know, this whole time he was doing that, I thought he was doing that.
Could have been. If you know John, that could have been the next photo taken. But that pick was solid, but not necessary. And then they got Zaire Barnes and Jared Bernard Converse. They wild cards. Them 2 fucking wild cards, bro. Just I can pick some. Hey, let me get this dude with the interesting last name. But And the Zach Kuntz pick.
I don't think they went to the offseason really looking like we have to dominate this draft. I think their biggest thing was let's go get our quarterback and everything else just kind of help the team out.
So what you're saying is you're solidifying what I'm saying. They had the worst.
Right.
Yeah.
Because
that's all. He was just adding to what you were saying.
They needed a receiver, didn't go get him.
Combative, this guy.
Do you hear me? They needed a receiver. Didn't go get now. And we were all wrong when we said this wasn't a good receiver draft. Didn't they take 4 back-to-back or 3
back-to-back
in the
4 back-to-back?
So they needed a receiver, and now Aaron Rodgers got to come and lose with the same receiver, number 1 receiver he was losing with in Green Bay.
Garrett Wilson is his new number 1 receiver, and Garrett Wilson's about to fucking ball out.
Nah, yeah, Wilson about to go for 12.
Nah, he gonna throw it to Buddy. Green Bay.
He still didn't even throw to him in Green Bay. He used him as a tight end. He'd get like 50 receptions a season,
Billy,
600 yards.
Yes. I know Matt and Christian didn't do it. You say you got 3 teams. Who do you got somebody worse than that?
The Dallas Cowboys. They had some positions of need. Their defense was one of the best in the league, and they attacked more on that side. And regardless of your opinion of Dak or not, they should have got another weapon. And they could have, even if they would have reached for a tight end, I would have been okay with their first round pick. Probably for now I'm gonna fuck his name up. Matt, who's the best tight end in the draft?
Sam Laporta.
Sam Laporta. Sorry, John. But if the Cowboys would have reached for him there, I don't think it would have been a bad pick. But I think with Buffalo trading up to get Kincaid and them taking him from Dallas, they freaked out, and they did. I'm not saying that the defensive tackle pick was bad as a player, because I don't think it was a bad pick, but it's just you didn't do what you were supposed to do. You got Deuce Vaughn in the 5th round, which I think is a good pick. But we'll see him running slow like that. Why not go ahead and fucking put all your money in Tony Pollard and figure something else out down the line? Tony Pollard was a fucking beast at Memphis, and Deuce Vaughn was Heisman favorite to start the year, and then realized, maybe he's not that fucking good. And I just didn't like the Cowboys draft at all. I'm usually on the Cowboys side because we hate them so much, so I feel like I have to side with them. But this for this draft, nah, pimp. That's a big no for me.
Fuck Jerry. Fuck Mike. Fuck that.
Hey, real fast too, though, while we're talking about the Cowboys, I love Drew Pearson needs to pick every pick for the Dallas Cowboys forever. But the 5-time Super Bowl champion, Jerry Jones, American team, Mike McCarthy, and he just names off all these fucking people, and he's just like, that's the pick. That's the best pick in the draft. And you're like, it's not, but I appreciate you thinking that it is.
Am I up next?
Oh, I thought you said you didn't have no teams.
I got one worse team that I think did the worst.
All right, let me see.
Who's that, Matt?
The Los Angeles Chargers did everything the Eagles did, but with a worse team, and just picked TCU players across the board. I don't think Quentin Johnston's going to be very good. I think his athleticism there, but he's kind of like Kevin White coming out a few years ago from West Virginia. Then the best pick is really Henley from Washington State, or Tuli. I can't say his last name, but an edge and a linebacker. Those are the best picks. And then Max Duggan, you could take a flyer on him in the 7th round. That's about it. But really, they did nothing to help the team. They drafted the other TCU wide receiver, the number 2 wide receiver, Darius Davis. He ran a 4.3. I get it, he's fast, but I don't really know what they're doing when they already have Mike Williams. What's his name?
Keenan Allen.
Keenan Allen. I don't see the need to draft 2 wide receivers within the first 4 rounds. So.
Keenan Allen been hurt the last year and a half. So
I think he's probably gonna be on his way out soon. Off the team, now out the league.
Yeah, I just don't see what the Chargers are trying to do here. They're drafting edge and linebacker when they have Bosa and Mack. I get it, depth, but you don't really need to take depth with your 2nd pick in the draft. So
I have My next worst team being the Arizona Cardinals.
Yeah, they didn't do well either.
I think they did terrible. They went in the trade down mode a lot. Outside of the Ojari pick and the Garrett Williams pick, Paris Johnson is a good pick, but it seemed like it was forced because they just had a luxury pick, bro. Just to protect Kyler Murray, who's gonna play Call of Duty more anyway next year, so it don't matter. The Wilson and the Gaines and the Toon pick, all of that shit was shaky selections. All of them shaky as hell. I don't know. I think they just did very bad, like underwhelming,
Yes.
overwhelmingly bad. Like,
can I add something to that?
what's that?
Absolutely.
I think they didn't do well in this draft, but I think they're preparing for next year's draft because they're possibly gonna have 2 of the top 5 picks.
Yeah, but should you have that? Like, if Kyler Murray is the guy, you paid him so much fucking money. Like,
Yeah, I think they're ready to wipe their hands with him. If it's another struggle, they'll take Caleb Williams or Drake May. But if he can pull out a few wins here or there, then that's a bonus. You got your quarterback. Go get some pieces to put around him.
And we can't act like that. D-Hop don't want out of there. So
No, he posted a video today that made it seem like he's totally cool with Arizona and hanging out.
Maybe. Billy, did you have a number 2?
Why would I leave?
I actually do. I talked to John about it. This is before I added him to the group chat before everybody hated me.
What?
I asked him about the draft, and he said it was the worst Jags draft that he'd ever seen. So I'm only mentioning them because he said that it was awful. But I'm looking at it. You take the offensive tackle from Oklahoma, who can literally he can play all 5 positions. Also, he did in college. You get Tank Bigsby back there with Travis Etienne to kind of do what James Robinson role was without having to pay him early. And then you get Antonio Johnson, the second best safety in the draft in the 5th round. And it's hard for me to just say that was a bad draft overall. But because John said it, Jacksonville Jaguars fucking suck.
Nope. Fuck that. They draft wasn't that bad. They needed a tackle because they lost Jawan Taylor in free agency. Yep. And Cam Robinson's gonna have a long ass suspension. They need that shit.
Jesus. Get off the roids, dude. What are we doing?
Goddamn. They needed a safety. They didn't do great, but they got good versatility in their draft. I ain't gonna say they was worse because Matt, did you have another team or?
No, I was just thinking why the Jaguars even need offense tackles. That division used to be stacked with pass rushers, and now I can't even name one off the top of my head.
Yeah,
Kwity Paye from the Colts is the first one that comes to mind.
Will Anderson Jr.
Now, fuck. That division, you could put a fucking center at left tackle and be fine in your division.
So I'm gonna go because I told you I had more, Billy.
Yeah.
My third is the Washington Commanders.
Really, you didn't like their draft?
They did okay filling defensive need, but they didn't get a linebacker. They need a linebacker. Bad. Need a linebacker. They need a tight end. Didn't get a tight end. They need a developmental quarterback. Didn't get that either.
I like Sam Howell, though. I think he might do okay.
Maybe. But I think they reached when they got Emmanuel Forbes.
Yeah, you had Deontay Banks still sitting there, and you got Emmanuel Forbes. What are you doing?
And then I think the same thing with Dartavius Martin. That was a reach. And then I don't think they didn't get good value with Ricky Stromberg
Stromberg gonna be all right, I think.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, but I don't know. Or Braden Daniels. I don't know. I just think they could have did more. I don't think they applied themselves at all. Let's see what number is that? 1, 2, 3. My fourth is gonna shock everybody in here, but gotta do it. My fourth worst draft pick, New England Patriots.
I didn't see
Doesn't shock me at all. Trash.
You're correct, but I just didn't see you saying that. Is I think
that's a great take.
You're grown as a human.
I'm an understand, Billy. Shit's getting out of hand with Bill Belichick, and I'm about to get Rob to just replace him with Tom at coach. Like,
about to have a lit special teams.
Now replace him with y'all's new OC.
No. Man, that's another. I think he's senile now, man. I think something wrong with him. Because don't get me wrong, first round, home run, Christian Gonzalez, easy. And I ain't mad at Keon White at all. I ain't mad at that. But then it's like, bro, why?
I didn't like how angry he looked.
I like, man, hey, he be angry on that defense line, man. I don't want you.
Yeah, but you're getting
when you don't want to be there.
Billy, nobody wants a defensive lineman doing this. Come on, man.
I just think, dude, your mom's sitting there crying and she's so proud of you, and you're just fucking.
All right, don't disrespect me. I get that.
What's that about?
But
you didn't even like give her a big old hug and just kind of not look at the camera. Nah, you had to be.
But bro, we just went and got the Butte pick is still. I ain't gonna forget about that.
Wasn't the pick?
Huh?
Wasn't the pick? Undrafted free agent.
Oh yeah. Well, that was a
no. Butte was a pick.
That was a pick.
No, he wasn't.
Fourth round.
Yes, it was, man. Oh, Billy.
No, he wasn't.
He's a sixth
It was
round.
like a 6th round pick,
Bro.
or 5th round.
I'm looking at it.
What was he?
6th round pick, 187.
Yeah, he was a pick.
After a kicker and right
Hey.
before a punter.
Put the picture up, Billy.
Y'all see what they called me?
Good
Sorry,
morning,
John.
Good morning,
GM, General Manager.
But then, bro, back to us. Bro, we went and got Jake Andrews. Who?
Jake Andrews.
Chad Ryland, a fucking kicker. Who?
Hey, hold
Chad
on.
He was a
Riley.
stud. He was a stud.
Thank you.
Not a Moody stud, but a
He's
stud.
a kicker, bro. We could have got him undrafted.
No, look, man. The last time a kicker and a punter went in the same draft, it was Shane Leckler and Sebastian Janikowski, and
Hall
that
of
was
Famers.
both of them.
I don't give a fuck. We don't.
Janikowski, he kicked like 80%.
You don't
of his
kick. You
career,
don't
but he
draft
made
a
it cool.
kicker in the first fucking round. I don't care how deep they can kick it. He was never the most accurate. Yeah,
They lined him up for 72.
that's crazy. And
Yeah, they did. But also, hey, fuck all y'all, because Justin Tucker was taken in the draft too. I don't want to hear nothing.
Hey! I love Justin Tucker. I'm taking him too.
Hey, the Niners took Moody in the 2nd round.
Third.
He was their second. Well, he was their second pick. He was their second pick.
Don't win game 1 from 72 yards out. Bill got to get fired. And our only thing I like is our last pick. Shout out to the home team, Mississippi. Shout out to Jackson State. Shout out to Dion for saying, I'm going to get somebody though. And he did it. Isaiah Bowler. Yeah, he got Isaiah Bowler for Jackson State University. I love. So shout out to them. We, you know, HBCU love over here from me and Billy.
That's how we do it on this show, yeah.
But other than that, we look like shit in the picks. Billy, and to keep this going so we don't stay on NFL. Wait, we already talked about it. The Chargers, while you was gone, Billy, they had a terrible draft.
Awful.
And that's 5, ain't it?
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, that was it. Anything else on the NFL?
Well, the whole show covered the NFL today.
I do like one of my second favorite part about draft is the undrafted free agents who fall through. I do enjoy that, but that could be a whole other like 30-minute subject.
That's true. Overall, this draft, I don't know about y'all,
Billy, because I don't want to cut Matt off. because you do it quick. You just say their names, man. Who the notable free agents that fell through?
I'm gonna mispronounce his name. Ibrahim from Minnesota was one of the best running backs in football last year and the year before. Somehow didn't get drafted. I don't know if he went to the combine or not. He should have. I don't know what he tested.
He did this different diet. He did like a weird fasting diet that kind of fucked with him for the first half of the season, and then the second half, the coaches took their time out and did a bunch of extra shit with him to kind of adhere to his diet.
Well, that dude's a fucking stud on the field. Yeah. And then I don't know how much you guys fall into like Pro Football Focus, but the number 2 safety since 2020 in coverage, besides Kyle Hamilton, is it Hamilton for the Ravens?
Yeah.
His running mate, something Joseph from Notre Dame, he went undrafted to the Lions.
Brandon Joseph.
Yeah, Brandon Joseph. So
you got to say it, Matt.
Sorry, John.
But look, putting the note in there, Joseph transferred from Northwestern.
I don't care about that.
Well, while we're on it, Billy, real quick, I just want to let people know, because me and Billy are big on the HBCU game, that the HBCU this year had 20 undrafted free agents get signed. And I'm biased, so y'all know who I'm gonna name out, the Jackson State players. So first we got Aubrey Miller Jr., linebacker number 45, Jackson State. He was wrecking shit all year. Shout out to him.
He was all sack, right? All SWAC?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he was. Another dude that was a part of that making Shedeur look real good out there. Dallas Daniels, wide receiver, Jackson State. He got drafted by the Denver Broncos. Aubrey Miller went to the Dolphins, excuse me. Let's see. Claudine Cherlis. And that sounds like a Key and Peele name. Claudine Cherlis, linebacker, Alcorn State or Alcorn. However, it's debatable in Mississippi.
I'm an Alcorn State guy, just to throw it out there.
We got Nugget Warren, one of Dion's favorites out there, cornerback. Jackson State went to the Chicago Bears, and just because we like A&T, I got Ricky Lee, offensive lineman from North Carolina. A&T staying there in the home state and going to the Carolina Panthers.
Probably Carolina's best pickup that wasn't Bryce Young or Jonathan Mingo.
Probably. Yeah, man. But shout out to them other dudes for getting that wasn't drafted but got picked up and signed to the NFL team out of HBCUs. Dion said that he was ashamed of 31 teams not looking into the more HBCU players, because there was only one HBCU player drafted this year, and that was Isaiah Bolden to the New England Patriots. So shout out to Bill for having a little bit of sense. At the end, we also drafted a kicker and a punter, so I want therapists. Dr. Joyce Brothers needs to sit down and talk to him, or Dr. Phil, somebody, see what the fuck going on. Red Table Talk, whatever, anybody. Whoa. They need to go. Anyway.
Well, so before we get back into the NBA playoffs and do another big subject on the show, if Tonio didn't mind me just kind of gloss over a little bit of the hockey playoffs that's been going on. The Boston Bruins, who had the best NHL record of all time, hockey's been playing for like 200 years. The best record of all time, they go out and lose to the 8th-seeded Florida Panthers. This is getting a lot of coverage for some reason, and I don't understand why, because hockey is the biggest sport that the 8th seed upsets the 1 seed. Not often, but it's way more than rare. And I just feel like we're just bashing the Bruins when literally maybe it was like 2 or 3 years ago, maybe 4, correct me if I'm wrong, Matt, but when the Tampa Bay Lightning had the most goals scored, they won the President's Trophy, and it was like by a shit ton. It was by like 50 goals or something like that. And they also lost in the first round.
Yeah.
And
I was going to say NHL hockey, NHL playoffs is way different than every other playoff, if that makes sense. The intensity is, I'm not saying basketball or football, the intensity is that much more, but in hockey, it really is, because they're beating the shit out of each other every night. Like football, but they're slamming into each other in skates and hitting hard ice. Like they beat the shit out of each other all season, but they kind of like the good teams kind of just, ease into it, and then playoffs hit, and then they're on. So like the good teams, they're gassing people all night throughout the regular season. Then they're gassed in the playoffs.
Yep.
So it's a problem, and that's why the 8 seed always beats the 1 seed, more likely than not compared to other sports.
Absolutely. I do have the Panthers moving on to the Eastern Conference Finals against the Carolina Hurricanes. And then in the West, I have the Stars facing off against the Las Vegas Knights in the Western Conference Finals for the Stanley Cup. So we'll revisit that if I'm wrong or not.
Okay.
We can move on to NBA playoffs now.
All right, man. It's been real funny watching. I always like watching Ernie, Chuck, Kenny, and Shaq. It's shit dumb funny just watching them talk shit about players and all that shit. Because except for Charles, because Charles ain't winning shit, so he talk a lot for somebody that ain't never won shit. He a Hall of Famer though, so I guess you can talk shit.
One of the best players of all time. You shouldn't say shit.
He a C word. Standing on it. I'm a Christian.
Different opinion of me. C word. UT out here. What?
Yeah. But speaking of him talking or them talking about players, Jamal Murray had something to say to him after the game 1 win of them beating supposedly the best team in NBA this year. Assemble. Because you look at it, you got KD, Kevin Booker. That's an automatic 80 points a night.
That's what I said.
With Chris Paul, who needs to be looked at more as being what Draymond Green is looked at as.
Is he not? I thought Chris Paul was one of the dirtiest players.
I don't think nobody look at Chris Paul for being dirty for real, but Chris Paul is a dirty motherfucker.
Christian, Matt, y'all want to get on that? Do y'all think Chris Paul's a dirty player?
I've seen him do some. I wouldn't say.
So that Jamal Murray run under that shit should have been at least a flavor.
Sometimes he does dirty stuff.
Bro, he's a dirty player.
Somebody on Twitter was like, "Well, only reason why he don't get looked at is because he buddy with LeBron and LeBron face of the league." And then this dude RT
farm commercials.
This dude RT 2 videos of Chris Paul trying to dismember Bron fucking arm from his body, like literally.
Chris Paul can be an asshole though. I will say that.
I think that's why Rondo stole off.
I feel like most good point guards in the league are dirty to an extent.
Yeah.
Name me another dirty point guard.
I just feel like they all are. Like they all do it. They all do little shit like that. Like,
yeah.
What about Steph Curry? Oh yeah, I've never seen him do anything dirty to a player. Sorry.
I don't know. He crossed up Chris Paul the one time where his foot got on it and made Chris Paul look like he got crossed up, but he just fell to the ground. He lost footing.
That was an accident.
That's not dirty.
It's dirty.
I don't.
It's dirty.
Russ don't do dirty shit, and he one of the most aggressive point guards we've ever seen play. Not a dirty player.
Never seen Derrick Rose do anything dirty.
That's a bad take, Matt. That's a bad.
Sorry,
I don't think so.
I don't think point guards are just dirty like that, bro. Chris Paul is maybe in a league of his own. Maybe Matt Dellavedova.
Stop.
I don't think he can keep up.
Oh no, is what's his name? Grayson Allen. Is he a point guard?
Shooting guard.
Doesn't count.
But anyway, after putting up that team, Jamal Murray, and we seen him get big buckets, not just in the first half, but in the second. He closed out the game in the second half almost by himself. Of course, Joker dude was doing Joker things against the center that me and Matt probably could put up 20 on. And DeAndre Ayton, who sat out of bounds for an entire play and just watched as the person who was supposed to be guarding was doing shit. Like
playing hot potato with him basketball.
He just looking like, damn, somebody need to guard him. Motherfucker, you not on the bench. You just out of bounds. Come back into play. But Jamal Murray, the question was asked was, they was like, well, are we seeing more of Bubble Murray come back? And they defended him. And I think
I said that in the group chat also. Want to throw that in there.
Yeah, you offended him too. I think we seen. I rebutted this. I think we seen a healthy Murray.
That's it. Yeah.
Brother injury is hard to come back from, but he came back and he looking like himself.
Because he was doing this before the injury.
Yeah. So we gotta. Do y'all feel like he should have took offense to that, or?
I guess depending on taking it either way. Sometimes you could just brush off the hate and just keep on going and do what you do, or you could be like, "Hey, give me the respect. I've been doing this for years now. I was just hurt." So I guess I could see him take it either way.
I do think, like Christian said, you could take it either way, but I think I'm always on the side of, because Jamal Murray's not if he was a superstar, yeah, he could take it that way. But him being kind of a Robin role, I think he could have said, "Oh yeah, I was playing my best basketball in the bubble." So yeah, I could see why people would say that. Like, how hard would that have been? And then we could have just moved on instead of having, you know what I'm saying? Because if he said that, we're not talking about him. But I
also think he probably is frustrated because they're being the number one seed, getting no respect of making it to the
nobody really respect the Nuggets.
So I think he just
all they do is disappoint in the playoffs, though. Like, they've earned not getting the respect.
KD respected the hell out of them after game one. He said they number one seed. They had the second best record in the NBA.
Well, yeah, when Kevin Durant fucks this up and loses again in the playoffs, yeah, obviously he wants that tape to be looked back on. So,
but while we on random shit in the NBA,
real fast, can I do? I just want to talk about the Nuggets series one more time. I just think having Jamal go off like that, it was, if you look at the stat line, because I didn't notice it in the game until I looked at the stat line. Joker only played 31 minutes, so he was able to kind of sit down and kind of do his own thing, like get a little bit of rest, to where now, let's say game 2, Joker needs to go off. Like, he has maybe a little bit left in the tank to kind of, instead of carrying the team, Jamal kind of took over for him.
Well, that's because Ayton was just watching him try to get rebounds. I just looked at the video. It was Joker, KD, and CP3 under the rim. And Ayton's 3 feet away just looking up.
That's crazy that he did that. I don't understand it.
Like,
and then when he got in play, he
didn't even shit up, Billy. Like, if I'm them, I'm like, bro, you the center on the team, right? Like, yeah, KD probably like, bro, I know I'm tall, but this motherfucker got 70 pounds on me. Like,
Chris Paul got in his ass once they got to the locker room.
He just watched KD lock down Joker in the paint. He's thrown it up and he's kept, blocking it from going in the rim. And then he finally just got the rebound over Joker. And Ayton's like, "Oh, damn, he got it. Now we got to run down the court."
Fuck.
But let's see. Speaking of more random stuff in the NBA, Billy got a little problem with you fans out here booing at the refs for making the correct call just because it's against your team. Now I'm gonna go, and I'm gonna speak for me and Matt here. I like every boo and I don't give a fuck if it's the right call or the wrong call. I don't know any fan that's gonna be like, you know what, Mr. Ref, you did your job, especially if it's against my team. I don't care if, let's just say, LeBron got a fucking charge and the dude slid past the cameraman in the first row, and they called a charge. I'm one of the first people. That's a fucking block. His feet wasn't set. Like, I don't care if LeBron left the ball at half court and just put his head down and ran through. That is a block all fucking day. So I'm one of them fans Billy don't like. Billy, why is that? Why do you want that?
I just being a sports fan, right? Like, if you're like, okay, so maybe I was like kind of not misquoted, but maybe I misspoke. If you're a sports fan, if you're a fan of the NBA and you understand the way fucking rules work, if there's an out of bounds call and you're booing these refs when the dude was obviously out of bounds, I just don't understand. Because I'm watching the Laker game. This is why I picked it up. It was the game the Lakers lost, but you're booing a call that was obviously out of bounds on the Lakers. Like, what I don't understand. Like, just instead of booing, just be, oh shit, all right, let's just watch the rest of the fucking game. There's going to be another call I could boo at, but that one, like, if it's a questionable call, all right. But fuck, dude, he's out of bounds
early, Billy. You gotta let the ref know what type of pressure he's under. Boo! Yeah, you was right, bitch, but boo! Now the ref is he kind of hesitant to make that call again, Billy. Like, fuck, was it out on that?
I just want the refs to be there as a formality, maybe break up a couple fights here and there, but make no calls throughout the game, and I'm happy.
No, I'm saying do that, but like, I'm with you, Matt. Yeah,
but if they make a call against my team and it's against my team, I'm booing them. Like, even if it's right or wrong, they're getting booed because they made that call.
Billy,
you shouldn't have did that.
Let's be honest. How many possessions you think done went from to because of the fucking fans, bro? A lot. Boo. Like, hey, you gotta start.
Hey, we gotta make it out of Memphis tonight.
What you think, Chris?
I was just gonna say, how you said, is the call gonna change because the fans boo? That's where I hate where the players are going down court steady arguing. Do you really think the referee's gonna stop mid-play and say, "Oh no, bring that back"? No, get your ass down court.
I mean, everybody, they did it for everybody's beloved fake GOAT, so maybe they think they could get it. There's a whole clip of them. Michael Jordan said, "Man, I ain't do that."
Hey, have y'all seen the clip where the referee said, "You really think so, Michael?"
That's the one I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah. He called it.
In the 90s, without internet, Michael is God. Like, he's the only person known around the world. Like,
that referee was happy
with fucking email. They're getting email chains about this guy named Michael. Like, everyone just was in love with him.
Yep, that's why he's a fake GOAT.
He put his hand on his back. You think so, Michael?
Yeah.
That's funny. I didn't see it, but I believe you. That's ridiculous.
But speaking of the Lakers, man, before we get to the Lakers, Steph, 50-point closeout game. How y'all feel about that?
Well, he's looking like a playoff Jimmy Butler. Let me just throw that out there. Steph finally had a game where we could point to in the playoffs to where, like, oh, okay, Steph did his thing.
Yep, Steph doing Steph things, closing the series out. Big and strong.
That's not Steph things. He doesn't.
Not in the playoffs. Don't say that, Christian.
Well,
underperforming the playoffs.
The average game.
Career.
Lighten it up. The average game.
About time. Klay Thompson didn't bail him out. Good job.
Shit, because he couldn't. They look like ass. Him and Jordan Poole look like ass.
Yeah, they didn't.
Klay couldn't hit a fucking wide open shot if there was a gun to his head.
Yeah, it was bad.
It was bad.
And you a max contract? Not a chance,
bro.
At one point, Steph had taken. At one point in the game, Steph had taken 35 of the 80 shots, but Steph had over half the team's points.
Jesus Christ!
I seen Klay, and he was just this motherfucker just hitting the backboard.
Let's show some love to Kevon Looney. He ain't doing much. He ain't getting he ain't getting a lot of buckets, but he's dominating on those boards.
That's the reason why they won that game. Everybody want to talk about Steph because Steph did have 50, but Kevon Looney had 25 rebounds.
Yeah,
and he had 14 rebounds. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
The bonus.
Right,
Sorry, John. Sabonis also being a bitch, not shaking hands. Like, dude, I get it. Like, maybe you're pissed at Draymond or whatever, but you could still shake everybody else's hand. Like, what?
He probably couldn't see.
Yeah, that was fucked up.
His eye was fucked up. His eye was fucked up.
All right, I'll give him that. Never mind. I'll take that back, Sabonis.
Now you should have went over there and just stole off his ass again. Yeah. What they gonna do? Suspend you for the rest of the year? You out? It's like fuck it.
Hey, that's a good point.
Yeah, fuck it, man. I really, I don't know, man. I'm excited to see the Lakers versus the Warriors, but I don't think it's gonna go like everybody's saying, bro. Everybody, the Warriors finna beat the Lakers in 4, Lakers in 5. Nah.
I will say, if I could have picked a team for the Lakers to play, because obviously I want LeBron to win, I would not have picked the Warriors to play.
definitely not. But everybody, if I can get this AD from the last game against Kayvon Looney every night, Lakers in 5, baby. Like, Kayvon Looney can't guard AD at all. It's another one of them situations. Because I'm not. AD is obviously the part you got to be scared about any Lakers game. Like, what is AD gonna do? And here we go again with you had Jaren Jackson Jr., best defensive player of the year. You showed him what was up. Now you got Kayvon Looney, the 36th highest paid center in the league. If you don't shit on him every night, bro, like we know the Warriors gonna make shots, but they're gonna be in foul trouble from doubling you. Let's do that. And I need Darvin Ham to realize what he did last game. Don't play Malik Beasley or Troy Brown a single fucking minute unless we blowing the Warriors out by 30.
AD has to dominate this series if the Lakers are going to win. He can't have those take off a game or two. He has to dominate every game until they win the series. If not, the Lakers ain't got the shooters to keep up with the Warriors. They're not winning the shootout.
They're not winning the shootout, but they do have the defenders to keep up with the Warriors, if that makes sense.
They don't have enough.
They do. They're the number one defensive team since the trade.
They don't have enough. That's not enough info.
We just seen
you put the matchups together and tell me who's stopping who for the Warriors.
I mean, but you can do the same for the
Warriors lock the Lakers up. They've got enough defenders.
You can't put Wiggins on everybody.
Right. You got Wiggins, you got GP, you got Clay. Oh, Draymond. You got Draymond. The Lakers got who? AD. All right. They go inside to score. They shooting outside.
Let's go before trade and after trade. We seen these matchups, Christian. Lakers 3-1 in the season. And them defenders that they had didn't shut shit down. Only person they got different is Gary Payton II. Who he shutting down? He shutting down
whoever they want to put him on.
They gonna have to put him
Russell, the starting point guard.
They're gonna have to put him on D'Angelo Russell. Steph.
What I think they're gonna do is rotate who's on LeBron, so it's gonna be a rotating cycle. And
they're not gonna rotate. They didn't rotate any at all.
That's the regular season. You know it's changing in the postseason.
They're not rotating because Draymond can't guard LeBron no more. That's not. Draymond got older, Christian.
Okay, right, but that's my thing. LeBron's gotten older as well.
You said what now?
Me or Billy?
You. I don't know.
I say yeah, but remember, LeBron's gotten older as well.
Yeah, but
that's why you rotate them.
Right, Draymond's older and LeBron's older, light years different.
No, but I'm not saying
Draymond's not
on him the whole game. You Draymond
exactly
a few minutes, Wiggins a few minutes, GP a few minutes. You just keep rotating.
I don't care how athletic you think Gary Payton Jr. is. He's not doing shit with LeBron James. Are you fucking serious?
No.
I'm not saying everybody's locking him down to 0 points. I'm saying guys that are capable of playing somewhat defense on him.
On LeBron James, Gary Payton Jr. That's the take you want to go with for this week.
What'd you say, Matt?
I said it's going to have to be Wiggins to even slow LeBron down if LeBron is playing like LeBron.
Christian, like we've seen it, bro. Draymond been helped. They didn't switch. It was all A Wiggins and LeBron was giving them 30. 30, Christian. So everybody think that, and I don't get me wrong, they do got defenders. They do got those 3 defenders, but they gonna have to sag off one of the defenders because they gotta help Looney, Christian. That's
just what I said.
Yeah,
AD's got to go off. They got to send it down low. That's how they gonna separate themselves.
That's what I'm saying. They can't double LeBron. They're gonna have to double AD.
Right.
One-on-one with anybody on the Warriors, I'm taking LeBron James.
But LeBron ain't taking over the whole game. That's why you rotate him.
LeBron don't gotta take over the whole game. We ain't seen a game where he had. Actually, LeBron has.
Now we were talking about the whole series, taking over for the whole series. All
you don't think
games
you do it no more?
I don't think so. Like getting 30 every game for a whole series. He getting up there. I mean, we've got to be realistic. I ain't saying James ain't good. I'm just saying The man's 38. Come on, how much y'all want to put on him?
Every time we say he up 38, he come rim gaze another fucking reverse, and they like.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. You get spurts of it. You don't get it the whole game like you used to in Miami or Cleveland.
That's what I'm saying. I'm giving credit to the Lakers how much better they got. He don't got to give you that because they've gotten so much better. In a game where I'm beating you by 40, what I need LeBron out there exerting everything.
They not beating the Warriors by 40. This ain't Memphis. This ain't an immature team with fucking lackluster offensive weapons like Dylan Brooks out there on the court.
Fucking bum.
I mean, we
Hey,
Andrew
it's still
Wiggins
out the window.
40.
You said what?
Andrew Wiggins ain't going.
He's definitely giving you more offensive points, 20.
Draymond,
More than Dylan Brooks.
On the offensive end, Draymond Green and Dylan Brooks, same person.
We could do this for another 45 minutes, but let's go to another matchup.
Hey, Matt, all that time talking about Detroit. Let me talk, Billy.
What?
You ain't make that face. You ain't make that face to Matt. You gave Matt the whole screen and everything.
Well, I had to light a cigarette. I just don't do it on air. I try not to. We're moving on. Do the 76ers have a chance without Embiid, or do the Heat have a chance without Jimmy Buckets?
Hey, the Sixers won tonight, 119 to 115. 45 for that boy James Harden.
Damn. I wish I was going to say
45.
Well, I was going to say the Sixers have a better chance winning without Embiid than the Heat do without Jimmy.
Yeah, I agree.
And that's the reason why. Is James Harden will be like, oh, fuck, I am one of the best players in the league.
Yeah.
I mean, he showed it in game
He
one.
came out knocking them down, too.
Where's Marcus Smart at? Was he not guarding him?
Getting shot over.
He was the defensive player of the year. Antonio, how do you take the Sixers winning without Embiid?
The Lakers and the Warriors.
Oh, my.
I do.
Hey, I got the Lakers in 4. Can we move on?
Nah, that's not realistic.
Hey, you ain't gonna listen to no argument against the Lakers, so ain't no reason to keep it.
The drama is there. It's going to be a Game 7. Steph versus LeBron. Game 7. Fucking TNT. Shaq.
Well, we know what happened last time in Game 7.
He pissed up there. You don't want to hear that. He went over at 4.
Yeah. What
was the question, Billy?
Do you like the 76ers chances without Embiid or the Heat's chances without Jimmy Buckets?
Well, that shit not fair now. 76ers just won without Embiid. Do I think they can sustain winning without Embiid? Fuck no.
Yeah,
I think James Harden gave you his 45. That's what
yes.
That's the game you got.
I'm in the club.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Embiid,
tonight.
I think Embiid comes back next game because watching him in pregame, he wasn't like gingerly or anything. He was still trying to like go. He attacked the basket a couple times. I think maybe this is a precaution, and especially if you win game 1, maybe you sit him another game, and God forbid you lose that game. But now, hey, all right, let's get it going. We only got to win 3.
Jimmy Butler literally carried Miami to every win they got.
Yeah.
There's no Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler won the fucking the play-in game for them. Then he came out and literally willed that last shot in to take it to OT to beat the Bucks. If Jimmy Butler can't make it, it's over with for them. It's Christmas.
It's a nice story, but I don't think he's gonna be able to take it all the way to the finals.
If he hurt, of course not. He ain't playing.
Or even if he is healthy, he can't do this the whole.
Well, he just did it like a year ago, 2 years ago.
Yeah,
Hero still hit a couple threes that kind of helped Miami
but the whole main.
They remember they had Duncan Robinson on the bench too. That's what the fuck they paid him for, to shoot threes. He been hitting some threes.
Yeah, Duncan ain't been in the rotation since the last game.
Hell yeah, because shit.
I hit a few threes too if I've been resting for a year.
But nah, I'm gonna be real with you. If Jimmy Butler healthy, they going to the Eastern Conference Finals. That's for sure. And let's not dare I say it, they might go to the final, bro. Healthy Jimmy Butler, and we done seen it. Like Jamal Murray want his respect, but playoff Jimmy is a real thing. Like we can't deny that shit. But he gonna be in the same predicament that he was the last time. He gonna get there, play the Lakers, and he'll have one game where he go fucking bananas, and then he realize, fuck, I'm tired. and that's it. Bam gonna be mediocre. Bam. I don't know what happened to him. Biggest fall from grace I've seen in 2 years.
Tristan Thompson's was worse.
Tristan Thompson was never good. LeBron just matched that to make him. He just made him look good.
He wants to be LeBron's boyfriend if he could.
Yeah,
I would be too if LeBron's taking calls.
Don't disrespect the Kane like that. Christian, get you kicked off this show. But yeah, I definitely no Jimmy, no buckets. Even though I think the Knicks kind of
like that. No Jimmy, no buckets. Yeah,
yeah. I think the Knicks might have flailed out a little bit too, like lost their flair, put it all into beating the Cavs. They just
called it.
Now they exhausted.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I just know Miami probably getting their ass whooped. No Jimmy Butler, like it's bad. But I don't see New York beating them if Jimmy Butler on the field or on the court.
All right, I think that's gonna wrap up this.
Wait, because we got like 5 minutes. Did we do Christian Corner this week?
Oh, we can do a speed round of Christian's Corner. Let's do this.
He's not ready.
I'm ready. I don't think y'all ready. We can't do it in 5 minutes.
I'm ready.
Y'all ready?
Better make it in 5.
Let's. I got a question, a series of questions, and we'll make it quick. I'm gonna just ask you guys. These guys are Hall of Famers. All of them are not Hall of Famers. Just y'all give me if they should be. It could just be a yes or no after I read off the names. Fred Taylor.
No.
No, I'm sorry, but no.
Tonio?
The Hall of really, really good.
Nah, man.
The Hall of Chad Johnsons.
Stop. Hall of Famer, you fucking crazy person.
Nah.
Marshawn Lynch.
Yes, bro. Marshawn Lynch is a Hall of Famer from off the field antics alone.
Hall of Fame human being? Absolutely. Hall of Fame NFL player? No.
If
Fred Taylor's not getting in, the only thing that would get Marshawn in is his ring. But that's still like I'm going to say no.
Marshawn would have got the ball and beat us in the Super Bowl.
Billy.
Why are you mad, Billy? I'm happy that he didn't get the ball.
No, I know. I just hate the argument. We've done this a couple times on the show, real fast. The statistics show if you fucking throw the ball on the yard line they were on the down they were on, you get the touchdown more often than you get the touchdown running.
Guess what, Billy?
Are those statistics made with Marshawn Lynch on that team?
Hey,
yes.
we got to keep this.
Marshawn Lynch was literally the number 30 back on a play of running the ball in the red zone closer than 5 yards. He was the number 30th back on the team getting a touchdown.
Guess what, Billy? You said statistics said, well, guess what? Mama's wrong again. Should have ran the ball. A lot of people ain't gonna get that. It's over their head.
Hey, I just realized, hey, that's a dope jersey. I just realized.
Sanders, you're wrong.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Thank you.
That's you.
What's that? What are we doing?
Oh yeah, Chris.
Eli Manning.
Yes.
Yes, Eli is Hall of Fame.
If he doesn't, so hold on real fast. Like I know we're supposed to do a quick Christian's Corner, but if Eli Manning doesn't beat the undefeated Patriots, does he get in?
No.
Matt?
Yes.
Christian?
No.
Okay. I also think if he didn't beat them, it doesn't count.
I think he does, but I don't think he gets that second Super Bowl. I think the whole trajectory of that team is different. But it's hard to say no still with his numbers.
Good point.
Jimmy Smith, the receiver.
It's been too long, so no.
Sorry, John. No.
Tonio?
He's right there, though. These are good. He's just
someone has to be the cutoff person.
Yes.
Thomas Davis.
Yes.
Yes.
Hey, bro.
Hmm?
The show is still on. Thomas Davis.
Thomas Davis Sr.
Yeah.
No, Junior, the fucking 3-year-old.
Yeah.
Lance Briggs.
Nope,
Yeah.
Matt didn't say. Hold on, Matt, did you say Thomas Davis?
Yeah, I said yes right away.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You said who, Lance Briggs?
Lance Briggs.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Richard Sherman.
Yes.
Yes.
Nope.
You put
Earl
a super
Thomas.
receiver like Crabtree, it's like one of those. Just,
I think for corners it's different. If you're like the number one guy for an extended period, like 3-4 years, because
Yeah.
that's really all they have for a window, and then
Yeah.
they start unless you're Champ Bailey, like then you start getting fucking burned. But like, Darrelle Revis,
Most
Hall of
valid.
Fame, he had his first 6 years in the league were really good, but then he kind of fell off and was a good corner. But
getting burned by Randy Moss all those years too, faking them
Yeah.
hamstrings. Come on.
Yeah.
but he
Earl
was-
Thomas.
No.
they won't let him in. If he would have been able to play a full career, yeah,
Yes.
instead of just going crazy.
Clinton Portis.
No.
No.
Now, this is a crazy thing. He has more rushing touchdowns and more rushing yards than Terrell Davis. He
Yeah,
has
Terrell
like
Davis shouldn't be
1,000.
in the Hall of Fame either, though.
Okay. I thought y'all had an argument he should.
Yeah, but
Okay.
he had a short career though.
True. Yeah.
No, he didn't. He just got his 2 Super Bowls at the end.
Matt, are you fucking bored? That shit is loud as hell.
Stop. Yeah.
Yeah.
Stop that.
He said, yeah. Wow. So this is boring.
No.
Wow.
I'm just kidding.
Sean Alexander.
No.
Nah.
Antonio Brown.
All right. Well, just fuck me then.
Yeah.
Oh. Hey, I'm trying to move fast. Y'all gotta say
You're
something.
bored, Matt. Shut the fuck up. Sit over there.
Yeah. All right. I won't
You
answer
said
that one.
this shit sucked. It was boring.
Hey,
What you got, Matt?
Uh,
Sean Alexander.
I want to say yes because he's an MVP winner. So I'm gonna say yes.
Okay.
He had 1 good year, and that was his MVP, and that was it.
Yeah, but you could just ride out the rest like a first class in the Navy.
Antonio Brown.
Real fast. Hold on. Oh, wait. Shout out to John. One more time.
Oh shit.
I hope he makes it the whole video to see that. That was great.
Man, I gotta go do- That's
We'll
why-
let you know about that, Christian. Who'd you say, Antonio Brown? Yes.
Yeah.
Put that shit on.
He won't be, but yes.
If Michael Irvin could do cocaine and fuck hookers in the locker room, I think Antonio Brown should get it.
Antonio Brown could pull his dick out in a pool.
Yeah, he did that one time, man. Fuck.
Oh, that makes it okay because he did it once. He said he did it
What was
one
he-
time.
That shit was so weird. Just whoa.
You know what I'm saying? Devin Hester.
Devin has to.
Billy loves this one.
Boo. Yes.
Billy hate that.
Yes. That's the first time Billy said he should be in the Hall of Fame.
Not for. I've always said not first ballot.
You always.
What you say, Matt?
He said
Yes.
Anquan Bolden.
No.
He's
I'm
right
not-
there as the cutoff guys.
Yep. He's a cutoff guy.
Yes.
Here we go. This is interesting. Chad Johnson.
Yes.
Yes.
See, now if Bolden gets in,
You
or I
do
mean, if
that.
Chad gets in, Bolden has to get in.
He don't.
No, he doesn't.
He do.
He don't.
Yeah, you do.
He do.
No.
LaShawn McCoy.
No. Not even
Yeah.
kind of.
Why is he doing this?
No. I think he just finished just south of 10,000 yards, didn't he?
But also, he was never a top. He wasn't even a top 5 back for me.
Whoa.
Yes, he was.
Yeah,
Yes,
I would say he was. During his prime.
Because of the terrible ass sports takes that he had. Fuck, he's awful.
He did, yeah, he's terrible on TV.
He's awful.
He just want to fuck Joy. That's all.
Yeah.
Well, can you blame the guy?
Nah.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna say nothing.
Sorry.
I got certain views that I got to be quiet.
Well, it doesn't matter now. You just gave it away. Just
Yeah.
hey, I can't say this, but yes, that's literally.
Well,
Now people are gonna clip.
We
People
didn't
are gonna clip
record.
that.
Don't check it out.
Last one, Billy. Last one, Chris. Make it a good one.
Last one we got Jamal Charles.
Oh,
Yes.
Because of his average yards per carry over his career. Yeah.
No, so I'm with Matt, right? So I'm with that, but he didn't do enough. His career was so short. It's not like a Richard Sherman, right? Where like he prolonged, like his career was so short.
Great during the little bit of time.
The only problem that I see with his career is that during the height of his career, Chris Johnson was at the height of his career, but then Jamal carried it out longer than Chris Johnson.
I can agree with that.
No, and I'm with you. Chris Johnson's not a Hall of Famer either, though.
No, but if Chris Johnson would have continued his first 3 years, he would have been. But then he died off. But that's also where Jamal was really good as well. But it was like, oh, did you see Chris Johnson? Another 99-yard touchdown, like 2,000 yards. And we're like, well, do you not see Jamal put up 6 touchdowns?
No,
right.
I'll never forget that argument because we were arguing about who has the best yards per carry ever. And I was like, fucking Barry Sanders probably. And you were like, no. And then I just named all these great running backs. And you're just like, no.
Who was it? Jamal Charles?
It's Jamal Charles, 6.4 yards a carry for his career. Yeah.
Career.
Yeah. That motherfucker's getting half a first down every time he touches the ball. Fuck him.
That's my favorite. That's my favorite stat of all time. And he was a great receiving back. Like, totally wasted in those early Chiefs. Like, if he was in this Chiefs offense
Andy Reid got there, yeah.
Oh my god.
A running back that's not talked about that I loved was Larry Johnson. I just want to give some love to him.
No, because he came in right after Priest Holmes.
Right.
So you're just sitting there like, oh yeah, Larry Johnson. Yeah, whatever.
Right, but he was a dog for about 2 years.
Hell yeah. But that's been a good show. Before y'all get talking about sorry ass Johnsons and all that. That was a great show. Christian's Corner. It was Matt said shit was boring. I don't know.
Yeah, Matt didn't like that.
No, we asked like if Fred 4 or 5 later, if Clinton Portis was in, like if those guys aren't in, he's not in.
Hey, Matt says your shit was boring. Y'all 2 Michigan men need to talk that out.
Yeah.
Christian got anything?
It was just the Clinton Portis one.
I'll just try to get it better next week so Matt will like it.
Yeah.
What about you, Barry?
Hey, as long as Christian get his corner right, get it nice and clean and tidy, center of the mirror, all that, I'll be fine.
Hey, at least he closes his blinds. I gotta say that. Good Lord.
Hey, right here, letting them demons come in.
Letting the whole world see in there.
Hey,
that's great.
See my booty crack in 10 minutes.
Hey.
Wow.
We're gonna get banned.
We should.
Billy,
we showed on TV.
Man. Shout out to Shelly again.
Shout out to Shelly.
Boutiques, man. Y'all go out there, get y'all some merch. Shout out to Brick Shots with Billy. Me and Billy need to get some. Brick Shots with Billy and Antonio. I'm Antonio. My fault. Me and Billy need to get some merch out there soon so I can wear my own shit to my own show. I'm not an asshole, but I think I should just represent my own shit on my own show. We need to get that made. Probably get Matt out of these terrible ass jerseys that he chooses to wear. That a Hutchinson jersey?
It is.
Of course it is.
Would you like one?
Fuck yeah, to take a shit and wipe my ass with.
No, you can do that with Jeremiah Masoli's.
Yeah, all your Tom Brady jerseys you could use that for.
Never.
Matt Corral.
Bo
Wallace.
Doug Flutie.
He transferred to fucking
Matt Corral?
He got drafted. Big cuck. Jackson Dart.
Now I'm thinking about another quarterback that
you're not a real fan.
That went to Michigan from Ole Miss.
No, we ain't ever had that shit.
Shea Patterson.
Fuck Shea Patterson.
That dude.
He left this shit to come to something real.
He got cut from the XFL.
He got real worse when he got up there.
I will agree. He definitely wasn't slinging it like he was down there. But hell, he had better receivers.
If that Michigan team had a different quarterback,
I was about to say
no.
We have no damn DK and AJ out wide. Yeah.
Funches.
All right, man. Anyway,
Funches.
Billy,
let's wrap him up.
How you feel about it, man?
Dude, I love this show. Our draft coverage is really good. The NBA playoffs, we did a streamline in pretty fast. There wasn't a whole lot I was trying to break down because I didn't want us to run over time. We ended up with the show with the perfect time. Christian's Corner killed it, despite what Matt says. So I just thought this was great.
It was just one player. It was just one player, or the order of players.
You said it was boring. It doesn't matter what you said.
Yes, I still
Right.
can't get over
I
it.
apologize.
Doesn't
Thank
matter.
It was just Clinton Portis. So,
But yeah, man, this is a great show. We'll be back next week, Monday, same time, same place. Like we said, different show. That was it, man. We really appreciate you guys. Appreciate it.